Hi, I'm Solange. I am a wife, a stay-at-home mom, and an online health, wellness, and fitness coach. If you've been following me, I just want to say thank you so very much for your support over the throughout my journey, really. So, just backtracking a little bit, I was always an overweight child. At the age of 15, I was sick and tired of it. I made the decision to lose the weight, lost about 45 pounds during that summer, and I was able to keep it off. Of course, weight fluctuates as you get older. As I got older, lack of exercise, and then I didn't even know what eating properly meant. So then off to college, I knew that I had to stay active. And then, as much as I was not aware of nutrition and what that even meant, I knew that I needed to eat better. And of course, keeping in mind, I ate at the cafeteria. Um, but there were options. The bad part for me was that I was depriving myself because I didn't know any better. So, though I was pretty active, my nutrition was not good at all. So, fast forwarding, after college and just knowing that I needed to stay on track with my health and fitness, I started with Beachbody. My first program was Insanity. Um, got on track with Shakeology and learned some things that I didn't know about my nutrition. Then I had a baby, and then after the baby, I lost 36 pounds. I went back to Beachbody. It was what I knew, what helped me in the first place. Um, so this is where I was until a couple months ago when, if you've been following me, you know about my struggles with depression and postpartum depression. And I let that not just sneak back in. It was very present. I did not feel social. I did not feel happy. I didn't want to cook. I was eating out a lot. I believe in the 80-20 rule, but you guys, I was taking this way off. We were talking about 50-50 some days and 40-60, sometimes 60-40. I just wasn't doing well, and I knew that we had some programs which would help me on the inside as well as the outside. So, in walked the ultimate reset. I had actually been thinking about it for some time, but then I got pregnant and I didn't feel comfortable, and it's not advised to do it during pregnancy nor while breastfeeding. So Israel weaned himself off, and then I went for it with 21 days, focusing solely on my nutrition, learning about myself, how I think about food, how I process food, how I prepare food, what attachments I made to eating, and just my overall wellness. Now, wellness is something that I often speak about because you can't have your nutrition side by itself or the fitness side by itself. A lot of that stuff is mental, and that's where the wellness aspect comes in because for me, it ties everything together. For me, one does not work without the other. And that's exactly why I felt like I was between a rock and a hard place and just stuck and feeling just not like myself. You will see from my before and after pictures, like my before picture, I didn't even see myself like that till I took the after picture and compared it. And I was really surprised because up to that point, I was doing, what I needed to do. I was following programs. I was eating okay, like I said, not the best more recently. And so that is why I was not feeling like Solange. So taking that step back, focusing on myself for a change, it's great as a mother, as a wife. We are the caretakers. We take care of everyone around us. And the first person to fall by the wayside is ourselves. So I knew that that was something I needed to stop and just take stock of myself, where I was and where I wanted to be, where I saw myself. And I knew that I wasn't my best for my family. So even though I was giving them the attention, I was not giving them the best that I could have been. So that is how the reset has helped me put things back on track. I'm sleeping better. I'm no longer waking up and not being able to go back to sleep or not being able to sleep at all. When bedtime comes, it's lights out and not until the next morning. I wake up more energized than ever. Hitting the snooze button is constantly on my mind, but my body says it's time to wake up and be productive. So that is a big plus for me. I forgot actually that I had a couple doctor's visits, follow ups. See, during pregnancy, I had a really tough patch. I spent most of the time literally on the couch. I was so afraid of losing the baby, losing Israel. Just the complications were so great. Uh, anyway, thankfully, he is with us and he is healthy. So during pregnancy, with having heart disease in my family, I experienced some trouble there with my heart, my thyroid, and fibroids. And there is a lot more that could have went wrong, but didn't, thankfully. But I still had a lot of follow-ups to do, which I actually forgot about. So the reset helped me, though the goal was not to lose weight. I did lose 10 pounds, 8 ounces. I lost 23.5 inches. Most of that was really bloat because I just wasn't doing the things that would make me feel good, nutrition wise. And going to the doctor, one of those follow ups that I forgot about. You guys, my blood pressure was actually higher. My blood pressure was 119
128
over
over
83
91.
in only May. And now it's 113 over 73. Now, those are okay. They're within normal range. But for me and my body, knowing myself, they could have been a lot better. And now my blood pressure reading is better. And I can tell that I was overly stressed in May when I had that visit. Still experiencing some heart palpitations. So overall, and my thyroid levels are normal. Thank goodness, everything is well. So overall, the reset really helped me regain my sense of self. Really pay attention to what I'm doing to feed my body, to feed my mind, and just enjoying life one day at a time without worrying. Oh, I mean, I'm a mother. Of course, I'm going to worry, but the difference is focusing only on the worry. So knowing that I have an outlet, and that outlet with food is not to let the food control the situation and not eat just because it's the thing I have to do, but to think about food as it nourishes my body and what each piece of whatever I'm eating at that time is doing specifically for different areas of my body, and how my body changes if I include or exclude certain foods. So you guys, I do feel much better about myself where I am. And thank you so much for tuning in. I know this is a little bit longer than usual, but I just really wanted to share this part of my journey and also to extend an invitation to you. You've been watching for some time, you've been thinking about this for some time, You know that you're not in a place where you feel comfortable with yourself. And life happens. There's a lot of stuff that happens. It happens to me too. But there's always a way that we can stop, take some time for ourselves each and every day, and learn how to refocus on ourselves, to help us get that edge, to feel better about ourselves, to be more energized, to be healthier internally and externally, and just to be more positive and have a better outlook on the future rather than thinking dismally. You know, I worked with a lot of people in a support group, and that was the best thing. The best part of the process was knowing that though we're all different, there are tons of people on a similar journey and they are uber supportive. Um, Support comes from the strangest places sometimes, most unexpectedly. But what we have to do is be open to change, especially if it is something that you've had on your heart and mind for some time, then you have to be open to it. Things won't change if we continue to be the same and do the same old things. And that's why I had to really step up and make a difference for myself, without all of anything else, just focusing on me and what was going on internally and how I could be better overall. And our next group is coming up, so let's have a chat. It's been on your mind for some time, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about your goals and see how we can get you closer to where you want to be and where you want to be before the year ends. We're already halfway through. So we'll chat soon. My email is included in the messages below. Bye.